Peace, family, black family powers, KingLeonX, the human liberator. This is episode 80 of our self-mastery midday motivation series called Take Charge of Your Life. Today is March 22nd, 2017. I'm in Philadelphia, PA at Division 121 of the UNIA. Yesterday we talked about it was a second portion of how to create and define our short-term goals, and then at the end of the episode we started talking about sliding a little bit. So today, episode 80, I'm gonna finish talking about sliding. I'm gonna reiterate that point, and then we're gonna talk about the power of dreams and well-defined goals. Alright, and then the episodes tomorrow we're gonna talk about the reasons and the nitty-gritty reasons and the importance of having enough reasons to, succeed and push and never give up. And then we're gonna be talking about how to make these goals work for you. Hopefully you did the action steps that we talked about last week with long-term goals, and you have your chief aim clearly defined. This is episode 80 of Take Charge of Your Life. If I say something that resonates with you in this episode, you type "make the choice." All right, make the choice is the hashtag for our series. Make the choice. Every time you type that, you're saying, you're making the choice to take charge of your life. You're making the choice to take possession of your mind, direct it to the ends that you choose. You're making the choice to focus on the can-do portion of your problems instead of complaining. You're making the choice to have a definite major purpose. You're making the choice to be a part of the few, right? Because we know that most people, they could hear our episodes and they could be a part of our club all day. They could read the same books and all these other different types of things, but they're not going to do the work. They're not going to sit. I know for a fact, we just talked all last week about goals, right? Clearly defined goals, plenty of action steps that will measurably increase the quality of your life. And I know for a fact that only probably 3% of the people will do the work, because that's the setup. Because it's time-consuming, thought-demanding work. Yet, what's ironic though is that men and women, which you guys are a lot of people, they'll work all day, every day, as on someone else's goals, dreams, and purpose. They'll work as an employee, work really hard and sincere, day after day after day after day. But when it comes time to take the time to plan out their future and design their life, they let that slide. And their number one reason for doing that is saying that they don't have the time. People say they don't have the time when it comes to planning, right? Most people don't make definite plans. Most people go around with a worried look on their face with their fingers crossed. But me and Jim Rome, we want to let y'all know that whether you accept it or not, you are right now one of the major players in the game of life. And if you don't have goals to shoot at, I'm sure you're not playing a very exciting game, right? Goals. Biblical literature says where there's no vision, the people perish, right? You gotta have goals, right? We know we talk about long-term goals, short-term goals, right? 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, right? Short-term goals, things that could be accomplished within a day to a year. We talk about our list of goals. Most people have a blame list. Most people have a blame list of reasons why they're not doing well. They sit in, you ask them why they're not doing well. They'll give you a whole list of external things and reasons. But you tell them to go grab their list of goals, their well-meticulated plan to maintain harmony in their financial life, or maintain harmony in their relationship with their family. They don't have that. They don't have a strategic, foolproof plan to maintain harmony in with relationship with their children. They let that slide by. They let their future slide by. They don't have health plans or wealth plans. These things aren't written down. Spiritual development plans, personal achievement plans. Ask your friend how many books they read in the last 90 days. What new skills have they developed and acquired? How much money have they spent and invested in developing new skills and classes and learning? You ask them these questions, and they say that they don't have the time. He says, hey, you work where I work. By the time you get home, it's late. You gotta have a bite to eat, watch a little TV, relax, then go to bed. You feel me? You can't stay up. They say, yo, KLX. That's just like they told Jim Rohn. You can't stay up all the night and read. I can't stay up all the night and plan. I can't stay up all the night and study. Please. And this is the guy that's behind. This is the guy that's discouraged. But he works hard. He's a good hard worker and sincere. But based on my study of successful and unsuccessful people and the difference. And remember, we define success holistically. So that's a positive mental attitude, number one, right? Sound health, peace of mind, freedom from fear. Engage in the labor of love, right? Capacity for faith, hope for future achievement. Complete self-discipline, right? Open mind towards all subjects and all people. Wisdom to understand people, and then material riches of our own choice and quantity. This is how we define someone's success. There you go, right in the comments. Yeah, don't work harder to make someone know. Exactly. Some people work harder on their jobs than they do on themselves, though. And I'm here to tell you that you have to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work harder on your job than you do on yourself, you'll make a living, which is fine. You work harder on yourself than you do on your job, then you'll make a fortune, which is super fine. And anybody can start today, start tomorrow, starts right now. It starts with a walk around the block. You feel me? It starts with the first book of your new library. It starts with the first word in your new journal entry, right? It starts with the first sentence of your new book, right? It starts with action. Don't be disillusioned. Don't be disillusioned by activity. Don't get activity confused with productivity. Don't get activity confused with efficiency. Because it is possible to be sincerely wrong. Okay, it's possible because I've discovered that you can work hard and sincere your whole life and end up broke and embarrassed. And I see a lot of people instead of celebrating, their achievements, they're explaining why they're not doing as well as they think they should be doing. And my mom used to always say, if you fail to plan, that means you're planning to fail, right? And so I chose to design my life in every area, finance / economics / business / career, relationships / family, personal development, spiritual development, career, recreation, or I meant to say legacy, social contribution. All of these things clearly define what I want to do, have, experience, right? This is why we're in episode 80 of Take Charge of Your Life, and we've done Take Charge of Your Life in almost 30 cities now, right? And I'm going to New York. I'm gonna be in New York on Monday, and then I'm gonna be in Miami on the 29th or the 28th, and then hopefully in California in April, right? So what I'm saying is that my travels and stuff like that isn't luck, it's deliberate. My influence and social contribution isn't luck, it's deliberate, from strategies and processes that I implemented years ago when I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew that I was done being who I was. I knew that the person that I was not going to get me to the things that I wanted to have and experience. I knew that if I wanted my life to change, I would have to change. I knew that if I wanted my life to get better, I would have to get better. I knew that I was my problem and my solution, and I control my smiles and tears, right? And in 2012, I stopped deflecting. I stopped making excuses, right? And I turned inward, and I declared who I was going to be, what I wanted to have, what I wanted to experience, and now we live these things out. We have short-term goals as confidence builders to allow us to stay focused and still continue to believe. We have little minor milestones to have us to continue to still believe in our long-term major goals. But we don't expect everyone else to see them because they didn't come to them. They're going to see the end result and they're like, damn, he's lucky. This is why we do Take Charge of Your Life, so we can see and have the documentation 15 years from now, 20 years from now, where my life is. I could show the young kings and the young queens the documentation of how deliberate I was. I could show them the books and the notebooks of goals and dreams like I show y'all. Right? So don't be the type of person that lets your life slide by. Like, you gotta be better than sincere. You gotta be better than a hard worker. You gotta be a good planner. You gotta be a good reader. Right? Writing your goals down shows that you're committed to growth and shows that you're serious. Alright? So that's where we talked about sliding yesterday. Sliding, that concept. A lot of people let that type of stuff slide by, their future planning. Now, for the power of dreams and the power of well-defined goals, again, we're learning from 7 Strategies of Wealth and Happiness, one of my favorite books by Jim Rohn. And I'm about to do a Leaders Are Readers challenge, hashtag Leaders Are Readers. I'm the founder and inventor of Leaders Are Readers challenge. It's also called Read Out Loud challenge, where you pick up a book, you record yourself reading 1 to 3 pages, and challenge your timeline to do the same. So over 10,000 people have participated, almost 10,000-ish people have participated globally from all ages. And so if you're watching this live, I challenge you to do a Leaders or Readers challenge. But I'm about to read this section on the power of dreams, and then we're going to discuss it. Each and every one of our lives is affected by several factors. One of those factors is environment, where we live, what kind of parents we have, which schools we attend, who our friends are. Each plays a role. We are also shaped by the events in our lives. A war, for example, can wrench all certainty for our psyche. Knowledge, or lack of it, will also shape our lives. So can the results of our efforts. We can either be elated or deflated based upon our ability to achieve those desired results. I'm going to pause right here. We could be elated or deflated based on our ability to achieve those desired results. We know that we talk about personal achievement a lot. We know that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline is the bridge that leads between thought and achievement. You see, discipline, right? And disappointment is that gap between expectations and reality. The gap between expectations and reality is disappointment. The bridge between goals and accomplishments is discipline, right? Without discipline, you will continuously be disappointed in yourself for not executing the things that you told yourself you will. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay to give yourself another chance and another chance and another chance. You could give yourself 1,000 second chances, and when you get to 999, you could press reset, right? And however many second chances that it needs, or that you need to give yourself and for you to get it right. I'm here to tell you that no one's coming to save you, though. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be saved, you have to save yourself. And you save yourself by being transformed by the renewing of your mind and your thoughts, right? Understanding the working functions of your brain, alchemy, understanding your divinity, and manifesting what you really want. So we're talking about the power of dreams. Dreams are a projection of the life that we wish to lead. Wait, hold on. My bad. I skipped a sentence. Right? You said each and every one of our life is affected by many factors, right? It was environment, the events in our life, knowledge, and the results of our efforts. But out of all those factors, none of them has much potential power for doing good as our ability to dream. Dreams are a projection of the life we wish to lead. Therefore, when we allow them to pull us, our dreams unleash a creative force that can overpower all obstacles hindering the attainment of our objectives. To harness this power, however, dreams must be well defined. A fuzzy future has little power to pull. A fuzzy future has little pull power. To really achieve your dreams, to really have your future plan pull you, they must be vivid. Right? And when he says pull, when we say pull, our dreams come to size too big so we can grow into them. Right? So my deck, when I declare the things that I intend to achieve and the things that I want to set about me, you know, every single day I'm being pulled by my highest self to become my greatest version and to develop fully spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and to develop and allow my soul to unfold fully, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I'm going to need things to use. And then the way that the setup is in America, all those things cost money. Therefore, the science of getting rich or personal productivity and wealth, adding another wealthy, righteous black person to the planet, has to be aim one. We see the results of philosophizing first. So this is why we develop the programs and strategies that allow young people like me and you to earn while you learn. Earn while you learn about the real. Earn while you learn about yourself. Earn while you learn about the limitless possibilities of the future. Now, there's two ways to face the future. You can face the future with anticipation, or you can face it with apprehension. Guess how many people face the future with apprehension? Guess how many people are not excited about the future? Guess how many people are be like, oh, damn. Guess how many people yesterday woke up like, damn, Monday, fuck. When I'm like, yes, another Monday. Money making, magnificent, motivated, melanin, magic, money making, magnificent Monday. You know what I'm talking about? Mega motivated, mastery, magnificent, money making Mondays. That's how I wake up, like, yeah, let's get it. And guess what? Every day I wake up, someone has bought my products online. Guess what? Every day, and I'm so happy and grateful that I earn all that I need to earn to buy what I want to have and help who I want to help. And we expand from there. I affirm these things. I wake up. As soon as I wake up, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, out of bed. Boom, to the daily ritual. Boom, to the attitude of gratitude. Boom, yes, breath. Breathe, and I'm above ground and know it. Yes, I'm in America. Yes. Free enterprise. Yes. You feel me? I can go to sleep with more money than I woke up with. Yes. Another day to chase my fortune, to build a legacy. Another day to impact, inspire. Another day to smile and hug and give and receive, you see? But most people don't wake up like that, family. And I'm here to tell you it's because they don't have definite major purpose and achieve aim. I'm here to tell you because they don't have long-term, short-term written goals written down. I'm here to tell you they don't have enough reasons for doing well or enough reasons to not give up. I'm here to tell you that if you don't make the choice, you're going to end up poor, confused, and embarrassed. And then you're going to be explaining why you're not doing well instead of celebrating the fruits of your labor. And then sharing those with your children's children. You know what I'm talking about? So this is where we concerned with. So you've seen the type of people who always were alright, so now I'm about to talk about the type of people who face the future with apprehension. Always worrying, right? Complaining. Why are these individuals so apprehensive? It's because they haven't spent time designing their futures. In many cases, they live their lives trying to win the approval of someone else. In the process, they end up buying into someone else's view of how life should be lived. No wonder they're always worried, always looking around seeking approval for everything they do. right? I believe it was probably episode 30 something, or maybe even episode 15, where we were talking about make sure your goal is your goal. Make sure your dream is your dream. What does success look like for you on your terms? We talk about the reason of midlife crises and now quarter life crises. It comes because most people, like America's moving from I told you so generation, where it's like, you do this because I said so, to you could do whatever you want to do, for real. You could literally do and be whoever you want to be. And so but do you believe that? Do you really know that to be true? Right now, truly, it's like, check this out. Forbes just came out with an article. They said that it's 2,033 billionaires in the world, and 600 of them are in America. Guess how many millionaires are in America? Over 10 million. 7 million of those are self-made. 7 million people was born just like me and you, and by parents who weren't self-made millionaires, and then they'll die with multi-millions because they took advantage of America and the beauty of it, right? And so this is what we're concerned with. If we talk about group economics and politics and black nationalism and all these other little different types of things, then we have to get serious about taking advantage of the resources that we do have. We got to be serious about taking advantage of the can-do portion of our goals. We got to be serious or the can-do portion of our problems. We got to become solution providers. We got to become solution providers, okay? And so, we are the problem. We have to realize that we are our own problem and our own solution, period. Right? So you can't live your life trying to worry about or try and win the approval of someone else. You can't live your life trying to buy into someone else's idea of you, whether it be your parents, whether it be your guardian, whether it be your grandparents, whether it be your teacher, whether it be your sibling, whether it be your significant other, whether it be your spiritual guide, right? Nobody has the ability to think your thoughts. You have to think your own thoughts. Just like you have to chew your own food. Just like you have to develop your own disciplines. Just like you have to face the life, like if you end up living to 100 years old, you have to face the life that you built for that, right? You have to face the results of your efforts. You have to, whether it's self-destruction, whether it's destitute and poverty, ill health, fear, worry, frustration, discouragement, envy, jealousy, greed, superstition. If that's your result, then you have to face that. Not me. I will refuse. I refuse because I know that I don't have to. I get to choose. I made the choice. This is why we say make the choice. This is duality now. It's either righteousness or wicked. If you can't be both. You can't serve two masters. Your mind can't think two thoughts at the same time. It's either going to be a thought out of love, out of abundance, or out of fear and out of scarcity. You either have courage or you're afraid. You either accomplish your goals and dreams and become your greatest version, or you don't. You either add wealth to the world or you add wealth to the graveyard. You either live full and all your goals and dreams, you turn them to physical things, and you inspire, you be a monument of inspiration, inspire others to learn more, do more, dream more, become more, or you die and add value to the wealth of the graveyard. And you be on your deathbed, and all the ghosts of all the goals and dreams and aspirations that came to you and only you, all your cures and songs and all of the words and all of your ways to heal and all your inventions and products and services and all your smiles, they're all around you with big eyes, talking about we came to you. Only you could have brought us to manifestation, and now we must die with you forever. You have to face that if you continue to say no to your highest self. You have to face that if you continue to be worried more about the risk. Hey, it is risky taking charge of your life and going for your goals and dreams. But what's even more risky is thinking that company gonna take care of you. What's more risky is thinking that you won't have enough time to raise and build a family if you at work. What's more risky is thinking that you're gonna be able to really truly shape the minds of your children if you have to ask someone else to be with them. What's more risky is thinking that it's a Hershey bar a day instead of an apple a day. What's more risky is thinking that someone's coming to save you. Because guess how many people died with no savior? Guess how many people? Guess how many people waited for a savior to come for them and they died in destitute? And guess what they left their children? Nothing. Nothing but genetics and self-imposed limitations. And we're here to shatter self-limited beliefs. This is why we understand the power of goals, well-defined goals and dreams. Right? So on the other hand, those who face the future with anticipation have planned a future worth getting excited about. I've planned a future worth getting excited about. They can see the future in their mind's eye. I could close my eyes and see my future. What can you see with your eyes closed? Because no matter what it is that you build, like think about the building that you in right now. It had to be built and finished completely in the mind and then on paper before the first brick was laid, before they even got the funds to build it. You see, our inner world creates our outer world. And it's only through the definiteness of the plan which even inspired or even allowed the space, which made the space available for them to even start building. You feel me? But it was already built before the first brick was laid. This is what I'm here to tell you. And that's how your goals and dreams have to be. That's how your future has to be. Right? Dreams are wonderful, but they are not enough. It's not efficient to have a brilliant painting of the desired result. To erect a magnificent structure, one must also have a step-by-step blueprint of how to lay the foundation and the support structure, and so on. And for that, we need goals. We need a well-defined dream and well-defined goals. They work like magnets. They pull us in their direction. You better define them. Okay, my bad. The better you define your goals, the better you describe them, the harder you work on achieving them, the stronger they pull. And believe me when I say that the potholes of life, and believe me when I say when the potholes of life threaten to stall you on the road of success, you will need a strong magnet to pull you forward. Right? You're a strong magnet, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your reasons to never give up. Like, what is it all for? Like, seriously, you think life's just about waking up to pay the bills? It can't be. What's it all for? What's your life all for? What's your definite purpose? Are you actively pursuing it? The more you are in tune with yourself spiritually, the more powerful your personality, because the personality is the only thing that separates all of us. And the more unique you are to all other manifestations of the all. Because you're in tune with you and your purpose and your existence and your breath. To understand how crucial goals are, observe the mass majority who do not have any goals. Instead of designing their lives, these misguided people simply make a living. They fight every day of their lives in a war zone of economic survival, choosing existence over substance. No wonder Thoreau said most people live lives of quiet desperation. Now you have a choice, family. We have a choice. This episode 80, I'm about to end this. You have a choice. We have a choice. We either can be wandering generalities or meaningful specifics. Right now, you could decide that your life, the rest of your life will be the best of your life. You can decide right now to become your greatest version. You don't even have to know what that means. If you don't know your life purpose, people be like, oh, what's my life purpose? How you gonna come to me? I didn't create you. You gotta go to the source. Just like if I needed something to figure out this computer, I wouldn't go to the refrigerator manual. I would go to the computer manual. I would go to the manufacturer of the computer. I wouldn't go to the bread man and ask him about jewelry. Why would you come to me to ask me about your purpose? Only thing I can do is guide and assist you and to help you explore yourself, nothing more. Only thing I can come do is to remind you that you got the power and help and assist in breaking some of them invisible chains. And suggest to you that your purpose ultimately is to become enlightened and master yourself, be a master of yourself. Be able to turn your thoughts to physical things at will. Have sound health, peace of mind, freedom from fear. Right? You could be whoever you want to be, do whoever you want, be whatever you want, no matter what, whatever you decide. Once you start in consistent, deliberate activity, the ancestors, the universe, Mother Nature, the source, will guide you to the lessons that are necessary in order for you to cultivate your greatest version. You just have to be alert to opportunity, and you have to not deflect and give your power away, and understand that you are where you are right now because your past thoughts and actions. If you would have thought different things in the past and done different things in the past, you would be in a different situation today. And that's the truth. And so our thoughts, and it doesn't turn off. So our thoughts and actions right now will determine this conversation tomorrow and the next day and the next time we decide to have it. So someone's opinion of you doesn't have to be your reality. Look at yourself for what you are, you only become worse. You look at yourself for what you could be, and you become what you should be. It's time to choose for him. It's time to make a choice, righteous or wicked, poor or rich or poor. You feel me? You can only wealthy, healthy, successful, or poor, confused, and embarrassed. This was episode 80. 80. Let's talk about consistency. Take charge of your life. It's KingLeonX, the Human Liberator. Make sure y'all keep sharing this video. You can run it back and watch it again. And again, if I said something that resonated with you, you type make the choice. Alright? I just got a new order of books in. So everybody who ordered books on my website and all that, I sent them out yesterday, so they gonna be coming. Even Australia, somebody in Australia, England, Sweden, like all over people ordering, and we got the international shipping on deck. So you can order those books right here on Facebook, or you can go to my website KingLeonX.com, or you can go to Amazon. Other than that, y'all stay grateful. Peace.